Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. Sometimes I read or I hear that once you realize yourself, your vasanas are burnt, your tendencies. Maybe they mean something that one doesn't understand, but what you can understand is wrong. You see, it's not about the burning of the vasanas, just abide in yourself, which is already there. Abide in yourself, and then who cares about vasanas? You have vasanas when one expresses himself as a person, and that will stay. It is the expression, the duality, the dual expression of things. So let's not conceive any concept. Let's not keep any concept of understanding. I know, but... And if you have questions about that, it's an important matter. Because you see, everybody does practices or expect realization in the future because of those bloody vasanas. They are still there. I should not be like that if I am realized, and so on. So, if you have questions about that, I think it's important to clear it up. Or about something else more important. Sometimes I'm enlightened, and sometimes not. That's a vasana. And then, well, silence is, of course, the masterpiece of satsang. Yes?
I have a question relating these vasanas and not to care about it anymore. Also to clarify if I understand properly. What I've seen over the last couple of years, that within issues I had it last year with my brother before I came here, there was a big argument, and at some stage I just noticed with myself I could only just stay in the witness and
You
basically...
can't. It will be
maybe,
very hard.
Maybe not even that, but just let it be.
What can you control?
Yeah.
Not much.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. Sometimes you will be successful, but sometimes not. So what's the point, Because you see, in this expression of what is, everything is there. Arguments included. Huh?
Mm.
So you will react according to circumstances and your personality. That will not change much, probably. Of course, maybe you don't carry a drama for long when you have seen what the unsubstantiality of it. And yet, it's very relative. So abide in yourself means there is nobody there. Because when I say don't care, I don't address that to somebody. You have persons who are cool, they don't care much. I don't mean that. Huh? I mean, when you abide in yourself, then things happen, of course, you see. But it's not what is. It's not what is, it's what appears.
And the emotions that are connected with it, they just happen as well.
Then what to do?
Yeah.
There are enough people who try to transform that and they are not successful.
Yeah.
Because it will be an impossibility. You can have some success, but it's very relative then. Then it's a question of degrees. It's not worth.
Yeah.
It's better to understand the nature of things, and then you are freed from that hopeless work to transform.
And then in the end it's kind of whatever natural impulse that comes, that it's just what you do or what you don't do. You don't have to think about it.
Even if you think, it's part of the expression.
Yeah.
That's why you see, to desire to know oneself is quite ungrateful for the person, because the person doesn't change much. But it is of absolutely the most valuable, let's say, opportunity to realize. I can say because you see what is what. It's big words, but they are big words too. the ontological anxiety, means the anxiety of being, to want something else, to feel the lack or the deepest frustration, whatever the person does, that's gone. You see, and that is most valuable because it will not make you search to solve that somewhere in the events, in the circumstances, in the experiences you can get. To obey God, to pray, to be enslaved to beliefs, all that is gone. So all the rest is less, it's secondary. It's just what appears. Hi.
So, to understand you right,
Yeah.
do I have to drop my longing, my desire to want to get free, to...
No. Let it drop by itself because it is the ultimate thought, you see. Let it drop by itself. Otherwise, you will catch some other thought again.
Okay.
Yes. And don't worry about that one, which is a thought, I agree, a subjective thought. But don't worry. That itself leads, you can say, or remove the carpet of the person, of the reality of the person. Now, there is also, as it is a thought, as it is dual, due to the belief I am not realized, I don't know myself, there is another side. So, the longing can keep you all life longing for. Never forget that it can be just now, the end of the longing. Huh? For that I was the longing as to submit to its own unreality. I appear doesn't mean I'm real. And also, it's because it's not well understood. There is nothing wrong with I. What is wrong is the attributions which goes on changing. Otherwise,
Ganga.
yes.
It's working.
No.
But you speak loud.
Yeah. I don't know what to ask now, but I have to engage with you in some way, but I don't know what question to ask or even what to present. So
You have no obligation to present anything to anybody. You are free. Now, if you prefer to be a student, present me something.
see the habit to relate to the past.
Okay. You
Yeah.
see it.
Yes.
Nothing wrong. And what do you prefer, when you are going to the past or when you are freed from that?
Not anymore. As a to go to the past.
Okay. And without the past, where are you left? More lucky. You want? Why? Everything is clear?
Yes.
Mm. Who wants to have?
What you said in the beginning about the idea that the Vasanas would be burned after it,
Yeah.
I had already, it was very strong for me, and even already before they should be.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have trouble when I hurt somebody. So,
Yeah, in the life we will be hurt, and we will hurt,
yeah.
unwillingly maybe, but you know what to do. What to do? So in the life we can have some punctual suffering and pain and some punctual joy. Of course. That will not change in the appearance.
Yeah, but
It's
when
like that.
I then Christian who's seeing this somehow this ends, or
Yeah.
at that very moment there's an ending to that
Mm-hmm.
concept of how that I should be different.
Yes.
So this is how I.
Yes. So what more do you search?
There's nothing more to search, is just to drop this concept of this.
It should not happen, but it happens. What to do? But don't carry also, don't carry it. It happens, okay. Next. Something else happens. Next. That's time. That's the time. How can you eradicate the time? It's the way for what is to express. Otherwise, we would not even be here to search for it or to realize it. So it's like that. The idea of perfection cannot be a concept. It's a concept, the idea of perfection. It's perfectly perfect as it is. Let it be in the non-happening and let it be in the happenings.
So what you said to me, it's like it's showing me like on one hand,
Like a...
on one hand, there's this there's that desire to realize, and the mind, or I think, to do that I must present and engage with you. And then you totally fucked that up by saying, if by wanting to present, which is what I'm doing now, but by wanting to present, then you trap yourself, or I trap myself being a student, like
Yeah.
just in the desire or
Or a
wanting.
seeker, yeah.
A seeker.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. So
Because what a seeker wants to realize, up to the last, it will be an idea of realization, you know.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and that will not be it. So, better to know that if you ask anything about it, it will be in the mind, through the mind, and that's it. If you just keep quiet in the sense you abide where you already are, which is after all the goal of the seeker after freedom, then you just see your habit to go all the time in the mind and to believe that something will be there. But that has to be ruined at some point. Do you believe still in this? If you do, I encourage to ask always, but do you really believe in it still? If you do, ask, sure.
Yeah.
I'm here
Believe
for
in what?
that, you know, but
Believe in what precisely? Believe in.
in what presents, in what the mind presents. The mind will always make you a seeker or a finder.
I don't know if I believe in it, but there seems to be an interest in it, or
It's the same,
I
an
feel it.
attraction or
Okay,
something.
I feel it.
It's the same.
Because obviously I think it's maybe it's like I come back to what I said a while ago. It's all I know. It's all there is.
What does it mean?
The experience, experience is all there is.
I don't understand.
So that's all I know.
The experiences.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So,
But you think so.
yeah.
Yeah, because you believe in it, you think so. So you come to satsang to question that.
Yeah.
Hmm? No, you're a bad student. No, just joking.
So
I can reply to you. Oh, I can still. I will. I don't mind.
yeah.
But at some point, I have also to wake you up, no? You are very happy, but it's up to you to take it.
What do you mean by that?
Like it. You will be very disappointed. I don't mean anything. It's in the mind. It's a very paradoxical thing, you see. For those who come to satsang, because some people, they free themselves by anything. Now, those who feel they need help, they come to satsang. It was also my case. Then, of course, what does it mean? You have to be a good student. Means what? It means you have to really try to be clear, to understand, and you somehow you acquire a luggage. But in fact, what is the luggage given in satsang is to remove all the luggages you carry so far. Yeah? But that becomes also a knowledge now. It's like clear. I'm clear. But then what? It's also a dead end. Not that it was useless to be clear. It was very useful, but don't forget, it is still alive. Even the scriptures, after having articulated and making everything very clear, they end like neti, and it's not this and it's not that. So means you have also to be freed from that luggage.
Because what I could say is, the only way I can describe where I am in a way is almost like total stupidity, like total ignorance about it. Like I got nothing.
But that's a good sign. Finally, you're so stupid, but you are not obliged to carry that one.
And when I say stupid in a way, I mean I've got nothing to say. I have nothing.
Except that you are totally furious, not to realize as you think. Of course, you have a lot to say.
Not about this.
Then what's the difference between you and me? I have nothing to say too. I just react to what it's not. There we can say a lot. But you see also, okay, you don't say, you don't present anything, you feel completely stupid, you agree that it is still qualities.
Yeah, totally.
Qualities that you glue to I. And I try repetitively to say that nothing wrong with I, it's your real self. The moment, at least, you don't glue anything at it. So it's not that you will be left, I, completely stupid and ignorant and all that, because you cannot grasp anymore even a clarity or an achievement. The mind will think so. I who thinks still, believing in it, will think so. But actually, it's a quality too much again. You want to say something?
I want to thank you for whatever you are doing. I don't know, but
Thank God I don't know too. Yeah.
I can see that even that in time, um, the I carries on by all experience and whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. Um, I don't have anymore this anxiety that something is wrong about it. It's totally okay.
Yeah.
It's mean that whatever it presents.
Yeah, yeah,
it
understand.
doesn't-
I am just a little troubled by okay.
Okay.
It's what I mean. Nobody has to accept or reject. If you say okay, it's like you accept. Who are you to accept? It's like that.
I might say that okay because
No, it's not good.
yeah, but I just want to explain why I say that because while it's happened, sometimes came thought that, but I didn't carry on with the thought, but the thoughts still appear.
Yes, and that's why it needs a okay.
Yes.
It's a bit too much.
Yes.
Okay. That's it. I hate this okayness. There is a full teaching about it. I don't like it. Now you understood what I meant. You see, there should not be anybody left to accept or reject. It's not its busyness, it's an arrogance. So keep quieter than to grasp even that.
person is there, but circumstances are so challenging this moment.
Yeah.
It sometimes look like it open and then it's again more than before. I don't know what to do with this.
Have you to learn something out of that?
I don't know what to say. Just also this body sometimes feel like
Exhausted. Life is exhausting sometimes, huh? My dear, I don't know what to say. I know that in time and in the life of a seeker, we can have circumstances which are difficult, but when you are out of it, you also see at some point it was too mature, it was to do something, it was to learn a lesson. It was, who knows? Who knows? I cannot reply you precisely. Yet, what you may not forget, even in difficult circumstances, is that to whom it happens, so that your full focus, you see, gets loose also sometimes. Because after all, it's difficult because you want to be in satsang. So, who? It's just, I just say the two, three things like this. Maybe it doesn't apply, but are you extremely clear about your demand? And so on, and so on. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Laurence, you have nothing to say today? Okay. Yaro, you're busy? Yes.
All the inquiry is played upon what is never absent.
It was just a spontaneous.
Yes, it was spontaneous.